What is up, everybody? Bootman here, and we're back with another Marvel Snap video. And are you still trying to hit infinite during this wonderful Loki season? Well, I have an entire list of different decks that have already hit infinite within the first week of this season, and I want to share them with all of you beautiful people. All right, so I'm gonna go through this list. I picked some of them out because it's a pretty long list, so I picked some of them out. I want to give you my thoughts on them, how they're doing, how they'll look with the coming cards coming out, all that kind of stuff. All right, but before we get started, if you're new here, hi, my name is Chris. I also go by Bootman. If you're into getting better at Marvel Snap, learning different deck, card strategies, all that stuff, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, and follow me over on Twitter at BootmanMSTZ because I do monthly season pass giveaways. And I'm also trying to stream on Twitch a lot more. You can find my link to Twitch down in the description below. All right, so let's jump into some decks. So I keep a list every single month. Every single month I make a list. I love experimenting, trying new decks, seeing what's good, seeing what's overhyped, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I'm always keeping a list. So I keep a Google document and I will share it down in the description below. So when I do these videos, it'll always be linked down below. So we have 19 so far that have already hit infinite, all right? So I mainly go to Twitter to find these. So you should be on Twitter. Like, there's a great Marvel Snap community. People are always sharing decks, retweeting them, sharing them. But more importantly, and I don't think I can emphasize this enough because I always see people saying like, I tried this deck and I dropped like 50 ranks. First off, go to the Proving Grounds. What are you doing? But second off, like, you gotta ask the people who have played these decks and have experience, like, hey, what's the ideal play line? What are you hoping to happen? Like, don't just grab a deck and be like, oh, this is easy wins, right? So Twitter's a great way to communicate with people. But as you can see, highlighted in yellow, we also, in our Discord, which is linked down in the description below, we have a Infinite Deck Discord channel. So some of the users I highlighted in yellow who have posted in there. So we got Blot, Overhawk, Brang, Megafan. So their lists are in there. I'm gonna go over two of them, but yeah, join our Discord. We have a whole channel where you can check them out. All right, so like I said, we have 19 on here. I picked, I think, like 7. So let's jump into them, all right? So this first one, this was like one of the first days of the season. This is just one of the top decks right now. I don't see many people talking about it, especially since Loki came out and everybody's like, oh my God, Loki's so powerful. But this deck is amazing, all right? My son got an Infinite Avatar with it in Conquest mode right before the season ended. The deck is still legitimate. High Evolutionary is great against Loki too because the way Loki works, he copies cards before they get the effect from High Evolutionary. So this deck is still amazing. They're not gonna get a powerful Hulk. Their Cyclops is just gonna be a 3/4. So it's a good list, all right? They'll have Shang-Chi. Some of these decks are running, are running armor. This is interesting. I didn't even look at this too closely. This deck's actually running Howard and Iron Lad. Like, that's dope. I might need to try this specific list out because I love me some Howard and Iron Lad combos. All right. So this next one comes from Blot from our Discord server. This is a bounce list, which is amazing. It's amazing, right? Bounce is like my favorite archetype, and a lot of people just stopped playing it. But Blot posted this one. He went 38 and 17 to hit infinite with it. And this is interesting. It's running Dr. Doom in here, which is cool. A lot of people are running Hawkeye now since Hawkeye got buffed for these lists. So definitely check this out. Oh, that's interesting. It has Scarlet Witch too. I've gone up against quite a few bounce lists, just running like some of the best decks. And whenever I go up against bounce, it is a struggle or I lose to them. So I do want to go back to trying some bounce. The difference is, like, some decks are no longer running Hitmonkey since his nerf, but hey, this one did the job. It's interesting with the Dr. Doom inclusion as well. All right, this next one is a Twitter one from Best Dog MS. So I put this one on here because this is interesting. This is like a Deadpool bounce list, right? So you have Bast here to buff up your Deadpool, you have Forge to buff up your Deadpool, and then like it has Iron Man and Taskmaster. Like, this is a super duper interesting list, and it's one that I really want to try out. Like, with the way Forge is now and buffing up Deadpool, like, phenomenal. And you may even be able to, I don't know, because a lot of people are running like Hulkbuster armor or even X-23 in these lists, but this list seems like pretty solid as is. And a lot of people right now are not running like things like armor and stuff like that because a lot of people just aren't putting armor in their Loki list, so I dig this. So the Human Spider, he's somebody who just recently popped up on Twitter, but he's been one of the top Marvel Snap players, like I think back since like the beta or since like global release. He's been one of the top ones. I don't know if this list will still do good. This was like day one, and he actually hit ranked #1 on the ranked leaderboard using this list. Since then, like the ranked leaderboard, I said it in the last video, let me know if you want me to make a dedicated video to that in the comments. I'm not a fan of how it's designed. Like the way it is right now, you can't really look at like, oh, this person's #1 on the ranked leaderboard because it shifts like every 5 seconds, you know? But this is an interesting Loki list. A lot of people are running this version. So like Cosmo and Double Dino, like those of you who watched my last video, I'm a big fan of Cerebro 3. Cosmo will jack you up. Double Dino kind of jacks you up. But my concern with Double Dino in these Loki lists is that you're often dumping your hand, right? You're getting a bunch of low cost stuff. So if you're dumping your hand, your Double Dino is not that powerful. And since it's your Double Dino, is costing 5 energy, right? So you have this 5 energy card, you wanna dump your hand. I have seen some people running Moon Girl in these lists, so they do with a Quinjet, get like a 4 cost Double Dino. So experiment with this if you want, take it to the proving grounds. I do think there are better Loki lists than this. Again, this was their very first day, so I'm assuming even Human Spider has made some tweaks to this. So this one comes from Overhawk over on Discord, and check it. Are you seeing this? Overhawk actually used 2 different lists, but I wanted to highlight this one. He took this one from 83 to 100, and it's a freaking Agatha list. So I have not made a video on this, and I'm still trying to figure out which one I like best. Maybe I'll do this one, but I've been loving Agatha. Like, I never play Agatha. Like, I did it like, you know, early on when I first started playing Marvel Snap, but I like playing my cards. I like having to, you know, control over what's going on, but I've been having a blast with it since so many people are playing Loki. You know, like you can almost like feel the person like sweating, like they're like, do I want to play by Loki? Do I really want to get an Agatha here? But you guys, pro tip, and I don't even know if this is the best strategy. Here's my strategy, so it's like a semi-pro tip. Loki is a great turn 6 card. Right? So that's my concern when I'm playing Agatha lists, because if they have Collector on the board, like me, I like dropping like a Loki and Agent Coulson on turn 6. So anyways, for people who, you know, want those like copies of low cost cards to actually play, you're gonna hit them with this Agatha, and it is hilarious. I've run a few lists, but I have not run Overhawks yet. I definitely want to try this one because it's just been so freaking fun to do. All right. But yeah, it is interesting. I wonder how good Double Dino is in this, because you don't have any other like kind of hand size cards. You know what I mean? Interesting. I wonder how good it stacks up right now. All right, so next up, this comes from Matter Splatter over on Twitter. And I wanted to make sure I included this on here. So Hela Tribunal lists are just killing it. They're killing it right now. So a lot of people are not only playing Loki lists, but a lot of people are trying to come up with counter Loki lists. And Hela is actually one of the top decks right now. Like, let me just verify this real quick. So over on Untapped, by the way, Untapped is this deck tracker that we use, that you'll see a lot of us using. So go check it out. I have an affiliate link down below. The deck tracker is 100% free. When we use my link, I get $1. So you're supporting the channel, doesn't cost you anything, it's pretty dope. Now, the in-depth stats, you need the premium membership. It's pretty affordable. But yeah, if you wanna use a debt tracker because you play on PC, go for it. But anyways, I like to do like 70 to 100, maybe even 100 plus now that we have infinite rank. But yeah, look at this. Oh wait, hold on, let me change that. Yeah, it's #1, dude. Hela Tribunal is #1. All right, so yeah. Because like, you got to think about it. With people running Loki, you want to give them cards that benefit you, but won't benefit them. And Hela Tribunal lists have like a bunch of high cost cards that the other person can't use unless they have the pieces, right? So that was This is the most popular one on Untapped. You can go here and then like, we'll look and see. Let's do it. We got a minute. So average cubes. So I like to look at average cubes when I'm looking at ranked, and then Conquest, I look for win rate. But average cubes with, and let's crank up this. So this list right here, which looks similar to this list right here has the highest win rate. So those of you who don't know the strategy, I needed my co-host from Snap On Ego, Brad, to kind of like make it click for me. Those of you who don't understand the strategy, you're going for Iron Man, Onslaught, and Tribunal all on one lane. That is your goal, all right? And then the Invisible Woman, MODOK, Hela, that is your backup plan, all right? But ideally, if you're able to drop Iron Man on 5, or on 4, and then Onslaught on 5, and then Tribunal on 6. So like the lists I run have Electro, so you can ramp up and do things like that. This is kind of depending on like a Jubilee or Iron Lad to get one of those other cards for your piece, your combo piece to get out early, you know, or you can use Magic. So my list is a little bit different than this, but this is a fantastic list to use right now. And yeah, it's like on top. Hold on, let's check this real quick. So this is Conquest. Let's go to Conquest, meta. Let's check gold, 3,000 plus. Yeah, it's B tier in Conquest. But Shuri and Shuri Kitty are doing phenomenal. By the way, Cerebro 3 has been doing great against Shuri list. Okay, last one up. So Philip Woodward posted this on Twitter, but this is a deck list from Lauren Whatevs. I've been meaning to try it. I'll probably try it out today. But Lauren, like, she comes up with just like some like phenomenal, just interesting, just off meta list, right? And I really want to try this. This reminds me of like the old school Valkyrie list, like the super old school Valkyrie list. So I definitely want to check this out. Valkyrie is a phenomenal card right now. You heard me say it in the Cerebro 3 video. So yeah, definitely check this out. Like this has like a Storm Disruption piece. You have Mr. Fantastic who can reach over Jeff to get in there. Then you have like the Ant-Man Hood, like what you'll do on one lane is you'll drop Hood, Ant-Man, and then on turn 6, you can drop Valkyrie and your Hood Demon. So you're just like turning all their things into 3 costs, and you have a massive amount of power on that lane. You have Mr. Fantastic in the middle who can like spread out. You can also lock down with Professor X. Rescue into Professor X is an amazing combo, right? Because you're going up to 12 in that lane and they can't Shang-Chi your rescue. Like, it's absolutely nuts. All right, so those are seven different decks for you to try out. I've linked the entire list down below so you can experiment, go crazy. And once again, I'm here to remind you, experiment in the Proving Grounds. It is a free unranked mode. If you're trying to hit infinite, don't take one of these decks and just jump in there. They are not just easy button decks. You have to get used to them. You have to get used to the play patterns, talk to other people, ask them how they're playing them. All right, but anyways, that's all I got for this video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter @BootmanMSTZ if you want to be part of our monthly season pass giveaways. And don't forget to follow me on Twitch. All right, that's linked down in the description below. You can also check out that Untapped tracker affiliate link down below as well if you want to use the tracker. All right, that's all I got for you. Have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.